and Kerry, congratulations on the afterlife. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, thank you.
Brilliant.
Does it frustrate you, though, when, people see your name attached to something, they take lines out of context and they just find controversy for controversy's sake?
It's always happened, but it's not just me. It's if you deal with sort of taboo subjects, which I do, then someone somewhere is going to find something you say offensive, But I've embraced it and I push back. And as long as I can justify everything I do, you try and make it bulletproof.
Yeah.
So I assume as many people are going to hate this as love it for whatever reasons. Most people aren't aware or they don't care, and a lot of it's clickbait as well because. That headline that's very common now, so-and-so said a thing and people are furious. No, people aren't furious. 0.001% of people are furious. The rest of us don't care, and we wouldn't have known about it if you hadn't printed it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and there's 2 quotes on Twitter. People are furious. 2 quotes on Twitter.
That's the news now. Someone's
Exactly.
tweet.
I know.
That's
Exactly.
that news.
When did that happen? I know. So no, it doesn't. You assume it. It will happen. You ignore it. You push back.
But that's what I loved about this series as well, because it was all about us taking responsibility. Like, there's a great line in there that's like, we're not going to change the world, but we can change ourselves. When we change ourselves, we can in turn change the world.
Yeah. That's it. It's about being grown up. It's
Yeah.
about owning your emotions. And back to like comedy, I when people say, "Oh, that joke's offensive," I want to go, "No, you've got to say you found it offensive." There's nothing offensive about the joke because not everyone. It's subjective. You've got to own that emotion, and that's what it is. That's what being offended is.
Yeah.
It's having an emotion. Someone says I'm offended. They're just saying it's like they might as well say I've got a pain in my leg. I go, what do you want me to do about it? You know what I mean? Okay, good. Fair enough. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Exactly. Or what you mean is you never want to hear something you don't like again.
But there are ways of avoiding hearing things you don't want to hear.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just don't go into the places where those things are going to
Don't
come
ever
up.
go
You've always
out.
got a choice.
Yeah,
You've
exactly.
got a bit of a choice.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I agree. Particularly in art and comedy, the only valid form of censorship is your right not to listen. That's it. You've got it.
But there are
Use it.
certain things that depress me, and I think, well, I won't look at it then or reflect.
That's exactly
you
right.
You can navigate
I
your
know.
way around, if you're lucky.
Yeah,
you
but
can.
they're to be ignored. People are offended by lots of things. Some people are offended by equality. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we do, we
Case
ignore
in
them.
point, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But as I said, this series I didn't expect the amount of themes that it raised to be raised. And one that I really liked was, in this society where we're all about chasing success and chasing our dreams, sometimes we forget that the dream really is to be surrounded by people we love. So how have your ideas about dreams and success changed over the years?
The only success that matters is happiness. That's it. It's the bottom line. And people go around the houses to get it. They think things like money will bring them happiness. I mean, it helps. If you
You've got to pay the bills.
Exactly. You've got to live. You've got people think fame has sorted it out. But they just go. All you have to do is go straight to being happy. What makes you happy?
Yeah.
A dog.
Well, it's the relationships, isn't it? That's why Tony's in such despair, is because he thought what made him happy or defined happiness was his marriage, and then that's gone, and he has to reassess. And then it's about relationships and connection and finding, like you say, it's about success is a subjective thing, like it used to be defined by wealth or money or status, but is it? Or is it defined by a happy marriage?
Well, that's certainly that. But even that, you've got to try it. I don't think you could call something a success if you haven't tried it.
Well, it's measured by the happiness of the person. It's entirely...
Of course.
Like Tony said, I'm successful because I had a job, it paid the bills, and I had a close companion, and that made me happy and successful.
But he knew it. He knew every day with his wife was a day not wasted. As he said, I didn't worry about anything else. I wanted to get home, open a bottle of wine, let's party. And by party, I mean sit her on the couch with Lisa and the dog. He knew he had the perfect life. And so that's why he's angry, because it was taken away from him. He didn't do anything wrong. No one did anything wrong. And he's in the second stage of grief, and he's angry and he's lashing out. But he's also sulking. He's also going, why should I start again?
And I like it when she says, you know what you like when you don't get your own way.
I know.
I love that.
I put that in because I did want, we are narcissistic and we do think, oh, why me? Well,
Why not?
because it happened. Exactly, yeah. The universe isn't unfair. It's impartial. It's that's it. There's no will to it. Some things just happen. Some people have a bad day, and some things happen. And I suppose the big question in this is, if you had everything and then lost it all, is life worth living? With no spoilers, that's the question I ask and hopefully answer.
I watched all 6 episodes in one day.
Great.
Absolutely loved it. And at the end of it, I went, I think I'm happy. I'm happy for it to end this way. And then I walked away and I went, no, I'm not happy for it to end. Are you going to go in for series 2?
I really want to now.
Good.
I always do something that's definitive and finite, and and just in case I die the next day. But I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the characters, and I have started thinking about it, and I'd love to do a second series.
Well, we want to see more. Thank you so much for this. And thank you for getting this conversation started too. I think we all need this conversation internally. So
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.